Welcome to another session of Microsoft Excel. We have been learning about the different important functions and features of Microsoft Excel. While in last few sessions we learned about the library of formulas and how to use them, we also learned about the different ways that you can format a cell, edit your text, input your data, learn how to use the different features of the print view and the different view screens that are there in Microsoft Excel. Today we will be learning two very important functions. Mainly, we will start with freezing panes and then we will go to tell me more. So let's begin our session for the day. So as I said, we will start with freeze pane and then we will understand about tell me command. What is freeze pane? Now freeze pane is exactly like how it sounds. That means you select a pane and you freeze it. Now you must be thinking that pane as in you will be freezing a taskbar. No. Actually, with the help of freeze pane, you will be able to freeze a row or a column. Freeze panes are very useful when you have really long reports. Because what happens is, let's say when you're scrolling up, you might just lose out on the parameters itself or in which column is the data in. Sometimes the data sets are so long that when you're scrolling down and if you lose the column name altogether, then you might also misunderstand what the data is all about. And you would not want to do that. Well, to avoid that kind of mistake, you have to use freeze pane. And freeze pane can be used both on the columns and rows. So let's understand what is freeze pane and how to use freeze pane. The function of freeze pane is to lock rows and columns. When the user wants to scroll from one area of the worksheet to the other, they can use freeze pane to lock important rows and columns. The freeze pane command can be located in the view ribbon menu. As I was saying, the freeze pane is very important. You can locate it in the view ribbon menu and you can use it to freeze the important rows and columns. So let's see how to use freeze pane. We'll go back and we'll go to the document that we are working on. So let me open a new sheet and I'm going to be writing few important things. For example, uh, I'm going to be adding all the details here. Okay. So I would want this thing to be frozen, right? Because I'll have all my data and I'll keep on have to scrolling it down. Now to do this, what we do is select this and you go to view, and in view you will be able to see, look for the freeze pane. When you go here, you can see freeze panes. Now let's say I go, see only the first row is frozen. So it's always better that you do this. and you will be able to see that there's a line that is frozen. For example, if I, one second, and I will use freeze stop row. Now let's say I will go down. You can scroll as much down, but this will not move. So freezing pane basically helps you in freezing this so that whatever data that you look and however much you scroll, you won't be able to miss out on that. Now, what you can also do is this is the way to freeze a row. How to freeze a column? For example, I'm going to write here I want to freeze this row, freeze this column. So what I do is I'll go here, go to freeze panes, and you see this downward arrow and freeze first column. Now, if I go here, you see I can scroll to as many columns as I want to, but my first column and my first row will remain fixed. Similarly, if I go down, I'll be able to not miss out on the data itself, right? So this is how you can make sure that all your columns are frozen. Use freezing panes specifically first row, first column whenever you want to select the data and making sure that you don't want to lose out on it when you're scrolling down. So then you can use freeze pane. You can also use unfreeze panes when you don't want to unfreeze any of the panes and want to keep it same. For example, what you can also do is, let's say you're sharing a selection part of the data and you want that to be concentrated, you can actually select the selection part itself and share it with your team. Whereas in case somebody is also going to work through that data, or it's always better to freeze the panes, specifically your first two rows or the first row, so that whenever they're scrolling any side in the worksheet, they will be missing out on the important points that the data is under, right? And this is usually for long sets of data, not the data that will fit in this worksheet space itself. No, this is mainly if you have to do one or two scrolling or more than that, and let's say you've got 100 200 sets or more than that sets of data, it is always better to freeze the panes. So this is all about freezing panes. Next is tell me what you want to do. It is located at the ribbon menu of Microsoft Excel. Users can enter words, phrases of the function they want to carry out next in the document, insert pictures, freeze pane. Now, what is freeze pane? What is tell me what you want to do? Let's go back and let's understand this very interesting thing that is there in Microsoft Excel. You see this search button? This is tell me what you want to do. This is basically used when you want to search for something. For example, if I want to search for where is the zoom, this will bring me to the ribbon menu. If I want to, let's say, write about how to use this formula, it will show me how to use that formula. You can search for any command that is related to Microsoft Excel and it will basically show you either it will take you to support.microsoft.com or it will show you where that function or that feature is located. Now, this part is also very important when you are not being able to find something in the ribbon menu. For example, let's say you are looking for freeze panes. Now, even though it's in view, you're still not being able to locate it. What you just have to do is make sure that you're going to this ribbon menu and searching for the freeze panes, and you will be able to you will be able to see where freeze panes is located. And you can do that for each any functions, any formulas, any sort of features that you're looking for in Microsoft Excel. Doesn't mean that it has to be very much specific to a formula, or it can be only be of a certain function. No, it basically gives you a result of each and everything that Microsoft Excel might think is important for you to know. Most importantly, let's say if you're not being able to understand something, it will give you it will help you out with the support.training.com videos as well, which can help you out in understanding how to even use that function or feature or even compute it, right? So this is how my tell me more is very, very useful. If you want to share the document with somebody, you will be able to get that, and it will show that in the address book. Let's say you are using you're looking for a certain command, you will be used this tell me more. So tell me more is very, very important. Anything that you think you're not being able to locate in the ribbon menu, because there are times when you might not be able to locate certain things in the ribbon menu, just make sure that you're visiting tell me you're just going here and putting on what you're looking for, exactly your requirement, and you can search for the same. It will provide you links, and it will also take you to that very function or that feature that you're looking for, so that you can work around it. Yes, so this is how the whole tell me more works. For references, do check out support.microsoft.com. Also, if you have some time, please visit Microsoft Learn to finish a course on Microsoft Excel. Now, assignment part 2. So, last assignment, you remember we had copied a data set in Microsoft Excel. We are going to be working with the same data set in Microsoft Excel. What you have to do is, one, you have to compute the prices of manufacturing, gross sales, sales, and profit. How you have to do it is you have to use the formula, and when you are clicking a screenshot, make sure you are clicking the screenshot with the formula. So not with the end result, but with the formula as well, because what we want to see is how much you've understood the formula. The next thing that we want you to do is insert a column beside sales, and you subtract discount from sales. So I will be taking you to the document. What I want you to do is beside sales, add a column, right? And you already know from the first sessions itself how to insert a row or a column. So insert a column, and there you subtract discount from sales. Now again, please make sure that you are using the formula and the function properly, and you know subtract doesn't have any function in Microsoft Excel. So you anyway have to use hyphen. Make sure you are doing that properly. Freeze the first row. So the parameters row needs to be frozen, and also try to figure out how to use tell me more by searching for average functions. Now, it's a very easy thing to look at, when you're going to the formula bar and ribbon menu and looking for average functions. But what I want you to do is go to tell me more side and look out for the average functions. Now, I'll just tell you how to compute things. Go back to the document where you will be working on. So as you see, this is the document. And what I want you to do it is, one, you will be taking out the total addition of sum of all these columns, which will go down in the bottom, right? Now you will be inserting one more column here just before COGS and just after sales, where you will be computing sales minus discount, right? So sales minus discount answer will come here, and you have to make sure that you're looking for the average formula by going to tell me more. This search where you see with the magnifying glass, you will be going here. Now, make sure you're clicking screenshots when you're adding all the formulas, because we want to see how you're using the formulas, right? So the screenshots will be clicked with the formulas. Make sure that you are also uh, freezing this pane, so that whenever I am scrolling through, I will be able to see the what is written there, right? So this should be frozen. Make sure that you're freezing this one also. So it's able to see that what is the price, what is the gross sale that has happened, what is the discount, manufacturing price, etc. Make sure you're adding all the sums and doing all the computations proper. What you can do is go completely down where the table is ending. For example, you can insert after row 51 row itself and put the total here, right? So make sure that you do that. Make sure that you are inserting a column just before COGS and just after sales to compute how much after discount the sale has been. So sales minus discount. Hope the assignment is fun for you and you really have a good practice when you're doing the assignment. In case of any doubts, do let us know. Thank you.